Hello everybody and welcome back to RogueTech, where this was supposed to be a quick and simple mission to make some money and test out the new recoil changes, but instead, there are 3 enemy assault lances, and they also have airstrike capacity from this Rakshasa. So let's go ahead and work on eliminating that capacity if RogueTech starts responding here. There we go. Let's position the Magcat Mark II over here. Now, we may still have an airstrike come through here. We're not sure on that yet, but I do want to hit this Rakshasa very badly. It's his CT that's exposed, and we are going to Warlord. This frame rate will get better after this turn is over. I don't know why RogueTech does that. Okay, so that's an Engine XL crit there.
Solid connection on that one.
And he's
Gauss
panicked.
rifle is empty.
And just like that, the frame rate's better. I don't know why that happens, but it does. So the longbow is going to look to finish off this Rakshasa. Heat is a bit of a concern. We're just going to fire the enhanced LRM-15s here and see what we get. Basically nothing. Okay.
Target's taking a critical hit.
That's unfortunate. Phase 12 is going to be our Bull Shark. We are expecting a knockdown soon from the Bull Shark, and really, our target should be this Ninjato. So we'll go for that. Kaboom. No knockdown. That's nice.
Right here.
And the Boar's Head will also fire off over this direction.
Here we go.
We could see a knockdown from the Boar's Head, and indeed we do. So, I mean, the Boar's Head is definitely going to need a refit as well with these changes. So, the Mauler and the Boar's Head, I'm going to definitely change kind of ground up. We're going to move the Battlemaster down over this way. We could fire on any of these. We do have our UAC-5 jammed, though, and our hit odds aren't great. So we're just going to see about hitting this Rakshasa. It's more of a pot shot than anything.
Target.
Yeah, we don't hit. I'm not shocked by that.
Damn it.
Hot damn, let's do this.
Okay. Phase 27, who did they roll up for that quick? That is the Ninjato. Okay. There's not a lot of armor left on that mech. So that'll be fine. And he fires on our longbow. Not too shocking there. Gets a stray shot on our downed Atlas. That's kind of funny. The Awesome moves up, fires also on the longbow, and doesn't really do too much there.
I'm taking heavy hits, Commander.
Okay.
Not much armor left in that location.
21. That'll probably be this catapult. Yep, catapult moves up. Fires also on the longbow. They're really focusing the longbow right now.
This isn't looking too good.
And they still have a mover that we don't see. An Emperor. Okay. Also going for the longbow. So we definitely need to back the longbow off into this cover. There's no doubt about that. They've all moved at this point pretty much. I mean, they have a couple of Phase 17 movers over here.
Orders?
Our Salamander is going to position back over this way.
Move order received.
And we are going to go for the Atlas here. This is very likely going to be a kill. The danger here is that the Rakshasa
Target.
might call in another airstrike on us. So the Atlas is out of here.
Target down.
But let's see what the Rakshasa does. Another mover that we don't see? Seriously? And it's an airstrike. Where? Here, going this direction. Okay. So, Phase 15 is going to be our Awesome. Our Awesome will back off over here to make sure that it's clear of the airstrike. And we're going to fire up over this way. We actually see 2 airstrikes called in. One from a mech that we don't see over here. I believe that's the Emperor. And another one from the Rakshasa. So we're going to fire on this Ninjato. There's not a lot that we can do right now. Okay. This airstrike is in a very similar location. Our Magcat Mark II can position out over this way, outside of the airstrike. Now, the Battlemaster is basically centrally located, and the Salamander's on the side of the airstrike. The Salamander can't move until next round, so it cannot respond to that. 32%? Okay. We'll fire on the Ninjato.
Receiving you.
The longbow is going to dip back into cover over here. And we would very much like
Let's move.
to vigilance. 26.4%. So that's the Emperor there. There is a mech here that we know nothing about. So there's still 6 remaining mechs. That definitely surprises me. It feels like we've killed a lot more than 6, but that's fine. We're going to hit the Rakshasa here with our ELRMs. Now, we may lose this arm. If we do, that's an enhanced LRM 15 down the drain. It's not the biggest of deals, but it would be sad.
I copy.
Okay. So the Rakshasa's out of here and cannot summon any more airstrikes. There's still this unit that has airstrike capability.
Awaiting orders.
So our Bull Shark absolutely needs to fire on the Awesome here because that's centrally located between these 3. This may well knock us down. And we'll see if it does. It does not. Okay.
Yes, Commander.
Now, our Battle Master needs to run for it. Get out of that airstrike
Double
area.
time. Let's go.
There we go. We'll fire on this guy. We have exposed structure here. Okay. Basically nothing left in the torso there. Perfect.
Standing by.
Our Boar's Head is, of course, going to stand up. Muffin Top keeps resisting the injury, which is kind of funny.
I'm up.
And we're going to drop artillery again on this Awesome.
Locking in target.
A very nice hit. And a second good hit as well. And no knockdown. I like it. Okay. So the question is, are they going to hit the Salamander? The answer is probably. But this is very much denying us from moving forward. In phase 28, they move the Ninjato, which they can do. They just move him out of LOS. Makes sense. What else are they going to do?
Watch the skies. Airstrike.
Yep. Airstrike on the Salamander is expected. There's probably going to be a second one as well.
Real good here. Watch the skies.
We never had a chance to respond to this with the Salamander. So this is just damage that just is required to happen at this point. However, that second airstrike wasn't too bad. The Awesome also goes for the Salamander and gets a structure exposure.
That shot got through my armor.
And now phase 24,
Orders.
we move the Longbow. The Longbow will position
On
here.
my way.
We're going to, I think, fish for crits in the Ninjato. These hit odds are abysmal. Okay. The Awesome it is. Now his torso armor is very weak. So that's a structure exposure.
I'm generating a lot of heat, Commander.
Phase 21, that will be the Emperor. Moves up, goes for the Salamander. Remember, we haven't been able to respond to any of this with the Salamander. We've lost over half of our armor on the Salamander without being able to respond to it because of this airstrike. Or double airstrike, technically. And that's what I don't like about airstrikes. I've said this multiple times recently, I know, but it's very true. An engine crit? Yikes.
Damn it. Damn it. Damn it.
Okay. That's what I don't like about airstrikes, is that you just simply don't have counterplay. So now the Salamander can move out of the airstrike area. However, the Salamander has lost so much that we pretty much just have to disengage it and sprint it out of there.
10-4.
We can no longer fight with the Salamander. And it's entirely because of the airstrike without counterplay. That I don't like. I wish that RogueTech would add counterplay to airstrikes, but they don't seem interested. For now, we're going to fire a heavy PPC out at this Awesome.
Engaging target.
And we missed. That's not shocking. Okay. Next up, we are going to, of course, utilize our Madcap Mark II.
I copy.
And we're also going to fire at the Awesome here. We're running very low on listen kill ammo. This will in fact be our last round.
Roger.
Let's make it count. Okay, that didn't count.
Target's taking a critical hit.
Sure.
I'm out of LRMs.
So the Bull Shark is, of course, going to drop a Long Tom, and we're going to drop it on this catapult, actually. I'm not going to fire the LRM-20 Zeus, just the Long Tom. Okay, so we were knocked down as well, but we also knocked this one down, and I think we destroyed the Ninjato there.
Yes,
The
Commander.
Boar's Head will drop artillery on the catapult as well. We don't know where this unit is. So we're going to hit the catapult.
Copy.
Not a great sniper artillery or arrow 4-shot there. Those are both pretty bad.
Affecting my performance.
Okay, so the Battle Master is going to step back from the airstrike area a little bit. And we're going to fire on the Awesome.
Lockdown target.
We got a double heat sink destruction, but that's not a huge deal. Okay, so here comes the airstrike. We have nothing in the corridor.
Watch the skies! Watch the skies!
And the second airstrike. Once again, we have nothing in the corridor.
They're airstriking us!
Excellent. I mean, some people might say, well, that's the counterplay. Just get out of the area. But when I was saying we didn't have counterplay, what I meant was we lost, like, 2/3 of the armor on the Salamander in the time it took to move it again. Because we moved it, and then the airstrike spawned, and by the time we moved it again, it was in this state. That's what I mean by lack of counterplay. So the Salamander doesn't have anything it can really do. We're going to position it down over here, and we definitely want to turn, like, the right side. They don't seem to have that much indirect fire capability anymore.
Copy that.
So we're going to position here, and I think we're just going to lob some LRMs at this Awesome and hope for crits. We didn't really get any, but that's fine. Phase 27, the Awesome moves up. Fires on the Bull Shark. That's not surprising. The Bull Shark is downed. Phase 21. The catapult still has LRMs. Okay. It got an engine crit, but I didn't actually see any internal damage there. Interesting. So this is that invisible unit that we don't know about, that called in the airstrikes. We don't know where that is. This will be the Emperor. Okay. So that's all well and good. Here comes the next airstrike round. We have nothing in this field.
They're airstriking us!
And that should be the last round of the airstrikes. So,
Good to go.
our longbow can fire on the Awesome. And that's exactly what we're going to do. We're fishing for crits here.
Yes.
That's a heavy PPC crit, a torso destruction,
Scored a critical hit.
but it's not dead.
Commander, I'm starting to cook.
We're definitely having some awkward rolls here. Now, the Madcap Mark II is currently out of ammo.
On the move.
So we're just going to sprint it forward.
Waiting for orders.
Our Awesome is going to stay put and fire on their Awesome,
Acknowledged.
hoping for a hit there, but nope. No such luck. We're having some
luck.
really awkward rolls at this point. Okay. That's an airstrike unit.
Watch the skies. Airstrike!
I definitely assumed that that was the last airstrike last round, but apparently not. Because that had been 3. Okay, sure. So the Boar's Head is going to move up a little bit here.
Roger that.
We're going to drop artillery on this catapult. We don't know where that other unit is, but we assume it's somewhere in this area. This is our final round of Arrow 4.
Hit him hard.
Okay.
All out of LRMs. Watch
Next
the
up is
heat.
our Bull Shark, which will stand up.
regained stability, Commander.
Once again, we are assuming that it is near this catapult. We don't know that for a fact.
Taking the shot.
Mediocre long tom shot there.
Ready for orders.
And the Battle Master will step forward here, and we're going to fire on the Awesome here. Hopefully, we can eliminate it.
Taking the shot.
Nope. None of those hit. Sad. 33% hit chance. Not super shocking, but we're really struggling at this point. And it's just because of awkward rolls. So we're going to turn the salamanders back. We have to do this until such a time as the catapult is dealt with. The Awesome steps forward. Fires on our Battle Master. Okay.
Damage is minor, Commander.
And then he ejects. Okay, sure. That's nice. So the support lance 1 is at 50%. But we know for a fact that there are 3 mechs out there.
Location confirmed.
So we're going to fire on this Emperor. Strip off as much armor as we can.
Locking target.
Which is none. Man, we're getting some really bad rolls. Okay. The catapult will move now. Firing rear arc on the salamander. Gets an MRM 40 crit. It broke through the rear arc armor there. Okay, the salamander probably needs to be ejected then. Wait, no, that was just through armor? I think that was just through armor. Interesting. That catapult has very little armor left, though. The Madcat Mark II is going to sprint up this direction.
Going full throttle.
Okay. This is their unit that we don't see. Does it call in another airstrike? It's a Black Knight. It goes for our Awesome. Okay. I think that was just a damage transfer from our broken arm.
My armor's breached.
Well, technically, I don't think so. Okay, I guess it was a little bit.
Ready.
Okay, so the longbow is going to step up over here,
Position confirmed.
checking hit odds. Gotcha. Okay. So, we could go for either of these. I think we're going to hit the Black Knight here, although the Emperor would technically be slightly better, wouldn't it? We Warlord here. The Emperor, we would get 5 damage from our ELRMs and 6 damage on the Black Knight. Actually, I think we're better off hitting the Black Knight.
Confirm.
Okay.
Watch my heat level.
Phase 19 is the Emperor. It moves up. Shoots at our Awesome. That's rude.
Now I'm taking it good.
And next we're going to use our Boar's Head, of course. The Boar's Head is going to... Well, I'd really love to finish off that catapult. What would the hit odds here actually be? 11.3%. We could Warlord that.
Locking in target.
We got some internal damage there, but not the crits I was hoping for. It's pretty spread across the board.
Yes, Commander.
We're going to use the Bull Shark to try to finish off that catapult. Yes, this should do the trick. Unless we get awkward rolls again, which it would appear we did. Nope, never mind. The catapult's gone. Okay.
Standing by.
The Battle Master is going to step in over this way. We're going to hit the side arc of this Black Knight, which was already weakened. Unfortunately, our hit odds aren't great here.
Oh, yeah.
And we didn't hit any of those. Man, we are getting really awkward luck. Okay.
Confirmed.
So our Salamander is now safe. As long as it's not in direct LOS. So we can lob some LRMs at the Black Knight. There we go.
Commander.
Our longbow is also going to lob LRMs. I'd like to turn so that our right side is more facing these guys. And we definitely need to hit this Black Knight as hard as we can in this side arc.
Locking on.
That wasn't very hard.
I'm out of LRM. Orders?
And next up is our Awesome. So the Awesome will position here using the Battlemaster as a bit of cover. And we're going to fire on this guy and hopefully actually do some damage to him. Nope, we missed everything. Okay. We are getting really, really bad luck here. And then he just happens to hit the arm that we turned away from him. We're getting incredibly bad luck.
Ready for orders.
The Magcat Mark II is going to continue to sprint on forward.
Roger.
It's out of weaponry. Or, well, it's out of ammo. The Emperor will move next, and it will fire on the Awesome. Taking out the endosteel structure. Again with the bad luck there. But the Emperor actually shuts down. Fascinating.
Aye, aye.
So our Bull Shark is going to hit the Black Knight. The Black Knight is by far the biggest threat to us here. By far. Do we fire in direct fire mode with the Long Tom? There's no backstop, so I think no.
Target locked.
That's a structure exposure. Upper arm destruction.
Scored a critical
But
hit.
very mediocre damage
Watch
there.
my heat levels.
The Boar's Head is also going to hit the Black Knight. This is our last high explosive round, or we could fire direct shape charge, but I don't think that's worth it right now. We need to eliminate this thing.
Engaging.
We got a pilot hit there
Critical hit.
and made him
Commander.
unsteady.
Uh-oh. No AC-10 ammo.
We're going to move up with our Battlemaster over here, and we're going to fire on their Black Knight. But man, those hit odds are low. We're so much better hitting the Emperor here. But with the Mad Cat right there, I feel like we shouldn't. We failed our sensor roll. That's what the problem was. Well, we got a couple hits, and actually that's a pilot ejection. So we'll call that good. So now we've got the Emperor.
Yep.
We can sprint the Salamander up here and fire at the Emperor with our MRMs. If we do this,
Let's move.
we have to kill the Emperor before he moves again. Now, he's shut down, so he's going to have to power up. He's also full armor. We fire AX rounds. We Warlord. And we target his CT.
I got you.
And we actually just straight up one-shot him. Beautiful.
Down. Watch my
Okay. I think we're out of combat. We're going to sprint the longbow up over this way. We definitely took way more damage than I was hoping, given our compensation. I honestly probably should have withdrawn from this.
Commander.
The Madcat Mark II is going to go pick up our secondary payload.
Affirmative.
Okay.
Commander.
So the Bull Shark is going to sprint forward. We definitely have some refits that we want to do, and we have some refits that we have to do because of damage. But the Boar's Head is going to continue to sprint up and say keep.
Accelerating to location.
And finally, the Battlemaster will sprint up.
On my way. Double time.
Okay. Now we should exit combat. Yes.
Standing by.
So the Madcat Mark II is going to head up to this target zone. The rest of our units are just going to close in over this way. The Battlemaster can go pick up the primary payload.
You got it.
Confirmed.
On my way.
And now we hope that no additional units drop in,
Got it.
because that would be problematic.
On it.
But man,
Got you.
we were extraordinarily stymied by the zone denial of the airstrikes here.
Secondary acid, Commander.
So that's the secondary. And we're going to proceed forward up over this way towards the primary.
Position confirmed. Order acknowledged.
On the move.
Okay.
Moving to position.
So yeah, I mean, we definitely have learned how the knockdown system works. There's no doubt about that. So it was valuable in that regard. But I was definitely not expecting 3 assault lances in a, like, 800,000 C-bill mission.
Position.
With
Locking in coordinates.
double airstrike units. No less.
You got it.
In an 8 skull.
There.
Okay, sure.
The asset
Well, let's get out of here.
Commander. Good work.
We're going to have some repairs and refits to do. Certainly. Now, I'm thinking about maintaining the Bull Shark as it is. The major thing about that is we can keep the Bull Shark in a pretty safe location. The Bull Shark in the Atlas can probably remain as is. The knockdowns weren't that big of a deal for them. The Mauler obviously needs some work done. And we ejected the Mauler. We're going to need to get some repairs done for sure. We will accept that. They can have the Asura. That's fine. So we'll accept that. And any moment now, RogueTech will get caught up and give us our salvage here. There we go. So, what might we be interested in here? Well, we know we lost an enhanced LRM-15. So we definitely want to grab another one of those. A Gauss Rifle Blackwell might not be the worst idea. Because we know that we need to exchange some things around on the Mauler. So that'll give us some more options. There's also an Armored Cowl ++ here. Which is actually pretty good. For mechs that we know are going to be knocked down. Where was that at? That was, I think... up here? Yes. That +1 injury resistance and 1 guts is very good. So that might go into the Bull Shark, if I remember. Yeah. We'll call that good. Okay. So we ended up walking away from that with a heavy PPC as well. We can use that to replace the one we lost. A light engine that we can get rid of. A sniper sensor, which is always really good. And a generic structure that we don't need. Okay. Sounds great. The repairs are going to be pretty expensive, and all things considered, this was probably not worthwhile. This was probably not a profitable mission. But we now know how the knockdown system works, and we can plan around it. So that's great. How much damage did we end up taking? A lot is the answer. Did we take 800,000 worth? Probably. Or close to it. We took a lot of damage. And a huge amount of that was just because we were at an awkward engagement range, and we couldn't advance due to their airstrikes. So, yeah, that's definitely a thing. I do find the airstrikes to be a frustrating mechanic because of the lack of counterplay. It's literally just get out of the zone, and I feel like we should be able to have, yeah, over 1 million. I feel like we should be able to do something about it other than that. Anti-air overwatch, other, like, our own fighters that can intercept, things like that. So we're basically back to where we started, and we've got a lot of repairs to do. So that's going to be a next episode sort of thing. We're going to refit a bunch of our mechs as well to better play with the new rule set. So that'll be a thing. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.